Hello, good day. For today's lesson is about one-to-one functions. The function f is one-to-one if any x sub 1, x sub 2 in the domain of f, then f of x sub 1 is not equals to f of x sub 2. That is, thus the same y value is never paired with two different x values. Remember the last statement that the y value is never paired with two different values. So always take note for that. Okay, we have here different example. The first one, we have an ordered pair, set of ordered pair. So how to identify if the given function is one-to-one? So in this case, we have to look at the value of our x. So for this, we have 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. For y, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So as you can see, there is no repetition of the value of x and y. So I mean to say this is a one-to-one function. For number 2, we have this set of ordered pair. The same, you have to look at the x value. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. For y, we have 2, 5, 5, 6, and 7. So we have two values of y repeated, which is paired to 3 and 4 for our x. So I mean to say, this is not a one-to-one function. Okay, number 3. We have this set of ordered pair. So the same, we have to look at the x values. We have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So there's no repetition for our x values. How about for y? We have 2, 3, 5, and 3 and 7. So as you can see, we have 3 repeated for y values, which is paired to x values, which are 2, 2, and 5. So this is not a one-to-one function. Okay, next, mapping diagram. How to determine whether a mapping diagram is a one-to-one function? So simply, we inspect the elements of our domain and our range. So as you can see that each elements of our domain is paired to each element of our range. So I mean to say, this is an example of one-to-one function. For the second example, we have the input and output. This one, negative 2.5 is paired to 78, and 78 is paired to 9, and negative 32 for input is paired to 54 for output. Then this 0 is paired to negative 12.8 for output. So as you can see that each element of our input is paired to each element of our output. So I mean to say, this is an example of our one-to-one function. The second one, now let us inspect. So all of these 4, 5, and 6 is paired to the y value, which is 16, 25, and 36 respectively. But for negative 2 and 2 is paired to 4 for y. So in this case, you have two values of x paired to one value of y. So this is not a one-to-one function. Okay. The next is a graph. A graph. So how to determine whether the given graph is one-to-one function or not? So you just simply take note of this notation here on the right side. A graph is one-to-one function if it satisfies both the vertical and horizontal line test. So you have to apply the vertical line and horizontal line test to determine whether the graph is a one-to-one function or not. So let us first use the vertical line test. If I move that one, there's only one point. It is only one point that your graph touches our vertical line test. So this is a function. If we're going to use the horizontal line test, still it touches only once. So this is a one-to-one function. Then the second one is this one. Same, we are going to use the vertical line test. Then if I'm going to move that one, it only touches once. So this is a function. If I use the horizontal line test, if I move that one, it touches these 2 points. So, and to say this is not a one-to-one function. Okay, next. That one. Still, we have to use the vertical line test. If I'm going to move that one, it touches the graph once. So that is a function. If I use the horizontal line test, if I move it upward, it touches only once at that point. So I mean to say this is a one-to-one function. Number 4, a parabola. If I use the vertical line test for that, it touches our graph once. So this is a function. But if I use the horizontal line test, if it move forward, it touches that 2 points. So I mean to say that this graph is not a one-to-one function. The last one, circle. Still, I will use the vertical line test. If I move that one, it touches our graph twice. So this is not a function. If it is not a function, automatically it is not also a one-to-one function. But for the sake of illustration, let us try the horizontal line test. Still, it touches 2 points. So not a one-to-one function. Okay. Next is equation. Okay, how to determine if the given equation is a one-to-one function? Okay, all you have to do is you look at the highest exponent of the given variable. If the highest exponent of the given variable or given expression is an odd number, then that is a one-to-one function. If it is even, that is not one-to-one function. And also, if the function is an absolute value, then that given equation is not a one-to-one function. So for this, we have the highest exponent is 1, so that is odd number. So this is a one-to-one function. What is 1? F of x equals to x squared plus 6, so it's clearly an even number, 2, so that is not a one-to-one function. How about this one? G of x equals to x to the 5th plus 7, so this is the highest exponent, which is 5, which is also an odd number. So this is a one-to-one function. Number 4, f of x equals to 1 over x plus 5, that is The highest exponent is 1, so this is a one-to-one function. Then this one, f of x equals to 1 over x plus 5, still this is a one-to-one function. And this one, g of x equals to the absolute value of 3x minus 4. As I said, then when it is an absolute, that is not a one-to-one function. Okay, so the last part is about the real life situation. Okay, the first example is the relation pairing an SSS member to his or her SS number. So this relation is a function, at the same time a one-to-one function, because every member of SSS is only allowed to have one SSS number, meaning the number is unique. So our answer for that is the relation is a function and the function is one-to-one. Then the second one, the relation pairing a real number to its square. So in this case, the relation is a function. But however, like for instance, for square of 2 is equals to 4, and negative 2 and its square is also equals to 4. This means, or in this case, this function is not one-to-one. So our answer is the relation is a function and the function is not one-to-one. Okay, the third example, the relation pairing students to his or her LRN. This relation is a function and also a one-to-one function. It's because no students is allowed to have more than one LRN number. Their LRN number is unique for its students. So our answer for that is the relation is a function and the function is one-to-one. Okay, number 4. The relation pairing a person to his or her citizenship. So this is not a function. It's because there are people who have dual citizenship, one for as Filipino and the other as one who lives in the other country. Like for example, US citizen, US citizen, and at the same time Filipino citizen. This one, relationship pairing a distance in kilometers traveled along a given jeepney route to the jeepney fare for traveling that distance. So in this case, this example or this relation is a function, no? A function. At the same time, this is not a one-to-one function. It's because, for example, the fare that could be charged by a jeepney driver for, let's say, 4 kilometers, 10 pesos. But if you travel more than 4 kilometers, there is an additional, let's say, 1 peso in every kilometer or additional kilometer you traveled. So that is not already a one-to-one function. That is not a one-to-one function. So you will answer, or your answer now is the relation is a function and the function is not a one-to-one function. Actually, this is an example of a piecewise function.
So I mean to say that a piecewise function is not a one-to-one function. Of my video, and hope you've learned something on this video. And once again, good day, keep safe, and God bless.